Hello, and welcome to this presentation from RLE Technologies on how to configure a Modbus slave input to the Falcon FMS unit. Getting started, you will need to know the RTU station address of that device, the IP address if the Modbus slave is communicating Modbus TCP over IP, and have the Modbus register list handy for that slave device. Here is an example of a Modbus register list. We're going to use this list to configure our RLE LD2100 to talk to the Falcon FMS as a Modbus slave. All RLE web-based equipment can be configured using either Firefox or Internet Explorer for a web browser. Getting started, we're going to open up our web browser, enter in the IP address of the FMS we are configuring, enter the proper username and password for this system. From the home page, we're going to click on Configuration, then go down to COM Port 1 Modbus SNMP Telnet. Here we have to tell the Falcon that it's going to be a master device for Modbus generic. So we're going to select from the drop down Modbus SNMP master generic 32 units. Once selected, we're going to click on Submit Changes. Are we sure? Click on OK. Once the changes have been taken, we're going to click on Modbus SNMP slave units. From here, we're going to select our first slave unit, number 1. Our 2100, we're using Modbus TCP IP. So we're going to enter in the IP address after we click on the TCP IP radio button. Enter in the RTU station address, and then a description for the LD2100. In this example, I'm just going to enter LD2100 panel. Once that is taken, we go back to Modbus slave units. At the bottom, we'll click on registers 1 through 100. Go up and select our first register. Here we're going to enter the slave unit, which is number 1 for our 2100. The first register, which is 30,001. The type is an alarm bit, on equals alarm. Our bit flag stays at 0, and our label will change to leak detected. Once done, we're going to submit our changes. Once returned, click on Next. Enter in Unit 1 for our 2100, 30,001. Alarm bit on equals alarm. Bit flag set to 1. This will represent a cable break. Submit our changes. Click on Next. Unit number 1, register 30,001, alarm bit on equals alarm. We're going to set a bit flag of 2, which represents a cable contamination. Click on Submit Changes. Click on Next. Unit number 1. Our register changes here to 30,002, which the type is an unsigned integer. We don't have to change the scalar, offset, bit flag does not apply. Our label for this is distance to leak. Once completed, we're going to submit our changes. And we're going to keep going through this process until all the registers are completed. Once completed, we're going to go click on Home. We can see we have a green status on our 2100. We're going to click on that box. And here we can see all the information coming back from the LD2100. Verify the information being displayed by the Falcon FMS is correct to what your Modbus slave device is reading. RLE recommends doing a backup of the FMS system once all this data is completed. Click on the Configuration, Flash program and click on the Download FCF configuration file link located on the page. You can call the file name whatever you choose, as long as there is no spaces and the .xfg file type is used. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video from RLE Technologies. Look for more training videos from RLE on your different products. Any comments or questions, please contact RLE Technical Support at support@rletech.com.